Okay, so the question is, how does one create a curved wall that also inclines vertically along its run, such as the example we see here? And the answer to that question in ArchiCAD 16 is to first draw a curved wall, convert it to a new morph element, and then use the skew command of that morph element to elevate one end of that wall. So let's go ahead and do that now. I'll go to the floor plan, activate the wall tool with the curved geometry method. I'll click 3 points to draw my curved wall and push F3 to go into 3D. Okay, here's my wall. Hold down Shift and click on that wall to select it, and right click. There's a new option in the context menu called Convert Selection to Morph. I'll choose that. I just get an information dialog saying that once I do this, I will have deleted my original and its dimensions, and it will just have a morph in its place. So it looks just like the wall was before, but if I select it, you'll notice it says it's now a morph, and if I look at the corner nodes here, they're green instead of black, just a visual cue to let you know that this is a morph. And if I now click on this morph element, let's take a look at the pet palette here. There are some specialized options here just for the morph, and one of those is the box stretch, which is what I'm going to use to skew this object here. So what I'll do is I'll come back to my morph element, and if I go to any side of this prism, I get some feedback with that gray square. I want to click on this face that's closest to me, and I'm presented with a couple more options in this mini pet palette. Do I want to stretch from center, or skew? I click skew. I come back to the point I originally clicked. I want to go exactly straight up from where I was, so I'll just hold down the Shift key. I'll type in 15. Type in 15 for my elevation. Take it out exactly 15. Click off to the side and hit Escape to deselect this. So now we have our wall as shown originally. Now in the one I showed you, there was a material applied to it. So let's go ahead and show you how to do that now. So I hold down the Shift key, the Control key, and click. And that's the same for a Mac or a PC. Shift, Control, click. And that allows me to select subcomponents of the morph, in this case this face. Now I can just go up to select my material from the info box, choose a 6-inch space siding, and if I click off to see that, the siding is there, but it's now parallel to the ground, not necessarily to the base of the wall. So let's fix that. First thing I want to find out is the angle of that wall. So I'll go to my south elevation, and I'm going to use my angle dimension, click 2 points on the first vector, click 2 points on the second vector, and find out what that angle is. So here I just need to remember this angle, 16.7208. Okay. Now I'll go back to 3D, click F3, and the best practice for aligning this texture exactly with that angle, you'll want to view it from that same view as I was looking in my elevation. So I'm going to go to 3D projection settings. I just right clicked off into space, 3D projection settings. Choose parallel projections, and from these list of quick options, choose the side view. Click OK, and I want to look directly from the south, so I'll drag this camera directly south. Click OK. I now want to zoom into that wall. Now, with the arrow tool selected, I'll just click on the wall, go to the Design menu, Align 3D Texture, and Set Direction. So I'll click this. I just now need to click the surface that I want to change, which is this one. And as it says here, I can click 2 points to choose the direction, or I can just type in the value here. And I believe it was 16.7208. Click OK. Click off to deselect. And if we look closely, that texture is now aligned. Let's go ahead and look at the elevation as well. Looks good. And might as well just take a look at a few of the other elevations of this object while we're at it, to to see how this is represented. Okay, and there you have it. That is how you draw a curved wall that goes upward along an incline using the wall tool and the new Morph tool that's available in ArchiCAD 16.